What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Aran Tal, who is the Mandalorian character from Star Wars Hunters, and talking about just where exactly he is, because he's currently not in the game and it is definitely a little bit mysterious to say the least. I'm sure most of you guys know that the soft launch is currently out for Star Wars Hunters, and a few select regions are able to actually play the game right now, but weirdly enough there are only 8 characters in the game right now, and there should actually be 9 with Aran Tal being the 9th hunter, but for some reason he does not seem to be there. Before we get into it, if you guys are new to the channel and you do end up enjoying the video, then be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. The worldwide launch for Star Wars Hunters is just around the corner, so if you're interested in the game, then there is going to be plenty of content right here on the channel. So like I said, Aran Tal is the Mandalorian character from Star Wars Hunters. We saw him in the initial reveal trailer, and he did seem to be a pretty important character in that trailer itself. The trailer did feature every single hunter in the game, however it did seem like Reeve, who is the dark side assassin, and Aran Tal, they seem to be essentially the focal point of the trailer, and so the fact that he's not in the game currently, it is definitely a little bit confusing. Now, because he was the focal point of that trailer, or one of the focal points anyway, he did seem to be a rather important character. However, in saying that, I'd imagine the reason that him and Reeve were essentially the main characters of that trailer was simply just because they are the most noticeable and recognizable characters in the game. Obviously, Reeve has a red lightsaber, and so anyone who knows anything about Star Wars is going to immediately sort of notice that and realize that this is a Star Wars game. And the same sort of thing goes with a Mandalorian character. Obviously, the actual show, The Mandalorian, has blown up in the last few years, and then even now with the Book of Boba Fett, and obviously just Boba Fett in general for the last, 40 odd years. A Mandalorian character is just a very easily recognizable character within Star Wars, and so I don't think those two are necessarily like the main characters or anything like that, because this game is essentially just focused on every single character rather than there being any, main character of the game. But I think the reason that they seemed important was simply just because they are definitely very recognizable, and it would have grabbed the attention of anyone watching that trailer straight away. With that being said though, a Mandalorian character, especially during that time frame, is a very important character whether they want that to be the case or not. For those who don't know, this game is actually set essentially right during the time of the Mandalorian. It's about 5 or 6 years after the fall of the Empire, and so even if they did just have him there as an easily recognizable character, I do feel as though Aran Tal is actually rather important either way. Now, like I said, he's actually not in the game currently. There are 8 hunters in the game, and there should be 9 essentially, because we have had 9 official reveals. However, any of you guys who have played the game will know that Aran Tal isn't currently there, and it has had a lot of us in the community sort of questioning where he is and why he's not in the game. Now, if I had to guess why he isn't in the game, I personally think that it could be to do with the fact that he's essentially not ready to be playable yet. We see in the trailer that he actually uses a jetpack as well as a flamethrower, and I have a feeling that those sorts of things would be much harder to code in a game like this compared to everyone else, running around on the ground and stuff like that. Having a character who I'm sure will be able to fly in one way or another, whether it's his ultimate ability or whether maybe you can actually just hold the jump and it, allows you to use that jetpack. I'm not really too sure, but I'm absolutely certain that in one way or another he will be able to fly. So if I had to guess, I would essentially just say it is because he probably isn't ready to be played yet, unlike all the other hunters who are definitely a lot more basic in terms of what they can and can't do. That is just my guess though, and so please take that with a grain of salt. We don't actually know why he's not in the game yet. It could also just be for like marketing purposes. He could launch right with the actual worldwide launch of the game and be sort of a big selling point to people. He could launch maybe a month after and be, another sort of marketing push to say, hey, there's a new Mandalorian in Star Wars Hunters. So there's many different reasons why he might not be there, and I guess for now all we can do is really just guess about it, because there is actually no official word on why he isn't in the game. Now, in terms of sort of speculating about when he could actually arrive in the game, my guess would be that he will probably be there, or at least hopefully be there, at the full launch of the game. Like I said, my guess is that he's essentially just not ready yet, and hopefully when the actual full game is ready, they have got him sorted and he's ready to be played. But like I said, they could also just be waiting until the game's been out for a month or two to sort of have that marketing push like I mentioned. However, there is something that kind of gets in the way of that a little bit on the actual Star Wars Hunters website. When you go onto StarWarsHunters.com, or I think it's SWHunters.com, there is a list of all the hunters who have currently been revealed. However, right at the end there is also one that says coming soon, and it has just a silhouette and a question mark. So there's obviously more hunters on the way, and this kind of makes it a little bit mysterious, I guess, about why Aran isn't in the game when they're sort of already advertising that there's a new hunter coming to the game, yet he's on this list. So it's not like that coming soon character is Aran Tal, because he is actually already in the list, as you can see. This kind of leads me to believe that he will be there at the full launch of the game, and then, the next hunter will be the one that says coming soon, and that will probably be, a month, 2 months, 3 months after launch, something like that. And I guess this kind of just actually raises more questions than it does answers. hunters, because if he's on this list with all of the other hunters who are in the game, then why is he actually not in the game already? It's definitely a very interesting topic, and I've seen it talked about quite a bit in the Hunters Discord. A lot of us are just confused as to why he's not there, and also sort of wondering when he will arrive, because a lot of us are sort of saving our crystals until we can get a new hunter. And for me personally, I'm kind of waiting and wondering whether I, buy a new hunter. I'm sort of thinking of getting Sentinel, or do I just wait and hopefully Aran Tal comes out soon and I can get him straight away. It's kind of a tough situation to be in without having any idea when he's actually coming to the game. So I know for myself I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on it. As soon as we hear any news about Aran Tal, I'll definitely be making some content here on the channel. I am planning on doing essentially news updates on every single bit of news that we get around the game. And so if we do hear anything, you guys will be sure to hear about it right here on the channel. That is going to do it for this one though, guys. I'm curious to hear why you guys think he's not in the game currently. Do you think that maybe he's not ready yet, or do you think he will be part of that marketing push once the game actually launches? I'm definitely keen to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment down below and let us know what you guys are thinking. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to leave a like down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, then be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any upcoming Star Wars Hunters content. If you guys want to support the content that I make here on YouTube, then do consider supporting the channel on Patreon. The link to that is down in the description. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there in the arena.